Turn these boring old bathroom tiles into this exciting planter. Is that beautiful? Yes! Come join me, let's go have some fun. For our super cute planter today, we will be using 5 tiles. Now I'm using the 3x3s, but if you have a larger size, you can use that, whatever your preference. And they should be cleaned with an alcohol, first soap and water, and then just wipe them down with alcohol so that the paint is going to stick to it very easily and successfully. A handful of Sharpie markers of colors of your choosing, E6000 glue, and use some painter's tape, as well as a clear seal for the end of the project to spray the planter. And this is the Krylon Clear Glaze, as well as the Rust-Oleum. Whatever you have around is, fine. If it's one of those, that's great. Isopropyl alcohol, 99% is what you want. And I'm using also a dropper and an upcycled water bottle because I find it easier to pour the alcohol in here and use the dropper to facilitate the alcohol onto the paint. And I think that just about does it. So let's start our painting. Before we begin, I want to share with you some of the really beautiful intricacies of the painting on these tiles. I mean, it's just so, it looks like a beautiful watercolor. I'm gonna share with you a bunch of the ones that are just a little unfinished right now, but it's a good stage that you can actually see this. And then this one, which I actually put some floral foam in. This is a finished one, and it has a lot of just cool blending of the colors. I love them. I just think they're just absolutely adorable. And those have to be finished at a later time. Okay, so what I'm gonna show you right now is we're gonna pour some of the alcohol into this cup. And now my tiles are already clean. I've already cleaned them with alcohol and they're nice and clean. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of my paints and get some good colors going in here. I'm going to use some blues and greens. I'm feeling kind of beachy today, so I am going to use some beachscape and maybe some sunscape colors, maybe some orange and reds towards the end. So for now, what I'm going to do is to take this, and I'm going to do this as one contiguous painting. So basically, I'm going to start like so. And this is totally random. Just let your heart go and sing. I mean, you could do this whole thing blue if you want to, but that'd be kind of, I'm not gonna do that. So make sure that you're using the oil-based Sharpie markers, by the way. That's very important. Okay, and then I'm gonna continue this like so. Don't worry about getting the sides right now. That's gonna come later. You can actually do that once the piece has been glued together. You can actually do that. All right. So now this is where I'm gonna take my dropper and my alcohol, and you get to start doing your abstract painting even more so. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start here because I wanna see how this develops. And you may not wanna paint on this after this. You might just wanna do something with the alcohol and then leave it. That's up to you. You're the artist, so whatever you fancy is, I'm just gonna leave that there. I think that's kind of pretty like that. You could, I suppose, start to work into them if you wanted to while they're wet. You could do that. You know, just like a painter would on a canvas, you could do wet on wet with the alcohol still in there. You could try that and explore that technique of doing a wet on wet. You can't go wrong either way. You could just leave it. You could, you know, I love the swirl in here. Look at the beautiful, look what's happening here. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna leave this because I do not want to muddy the crispness and the clarity of the color. I'll let that dry and we'll move on. This is a really nice, quiet, shady area with minimal wind to spray my pieces. I have my Rust-Oleum ready to go, and I have a respirator mask to cover my face. Of course, no painting is complete without signing it and dating it. I'm going to give a light coat several times over, and that should be sufficient to seal in the paint job. Allow the tiles to dry completely before trying to handle them. We're going to put them together into the planter and do the finishing touches. Now we're at the point where everything's dry, and as impatient as I was, of course, but now is the time for assembling the actual planter, the box. So I'm arranging this. This is going to go on the bottom. That's my signed and dated piece right here. But these look absolutely beautiful. I'm just so thrilled. I love the coloration. Okay, so let's get this going. That looks about, actually I'm gonna do it this way. So this is the order in which I'm going to do them in. So all I'm gonna do is take this and put the glue on the side, nice and neat as you can. And don't worry if you have a little bit of area right here where it's not painted, because in the beginning we weren't concerned about, you know, reaching the edges, because those can be taken care of after. It's very, very simple. I'll show you. All right. We're just going to simply continue with all the four sides. What I did is I put the bottom tile on. All the four sides are taped, and I'm simply adjusting the alignment of this bottom tile. Looks really, really good, because you do want this to be watertight, and you can always add a little sealer in here or in the inside if there's, you know, if you do the water test and you run water through it and you find that there might be a little leak. It's not a problem at all. You just basically seal it with a bead or run some air dry clay down the sides, but basically you can just take care of it with a bead of caulking. All right, I think we're looking really good. I did do my little measurement. It's looking really good and really nice. So we know it's even, and we're not gonna have some kind of wonky planter sitting on our desk, right? But it's all good, it's all fun. I do hope you're having fun. I'm just gonna check that. All right, just gonna let that dry and sit overnight. Well, this is the moment of the unveiling. It is dry. It's a beautiful planter. And I'm gonna make some touch-ups on the sides right here and on the base. I've already given it the water test. It is sealed tight. And we're just gonna go and take the markers and do a little touch-ups around the rims. At this point, you can run your fingers over the sides where you joined it with the glue. And if there's any excess, you just want to simply take that off. What I'd like to do is I completed my sides, all the joint areas, and what I'm going to do is simply take my alcohol and just drizzle this over and just allow the marker, the Sharpie, to get into all the little crevasses that it can. Now don't worry, this will not affect what you've already painted because you've already sealed it. But I want to make just certain that it's going everywhere that it can possibly go, you know, into the joint areas and such. I'll let the planter dry at this point. And it's not going to take that long. I'm going to give it a light spray with the clear spray once more. Set the additional Sharpie marker painting that we did around the edges. And after a little look-see, I think I'm pretty satisfied with the way it's looking. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit and we'll be back. My planter has been lightly sprayed after the last touch-ups of the Sharpie markers, and it's ready to be filled. Remember, my friends, there's a little artist in all of us. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. And have a beautiful day.